This is Kent Bankston. At the time of this video, back in April of 2020, Kent Bankston was a lieutenant with the Houston County Sheriff's Office in the Criminal Investigations Division. And this is Christy Warren, Bankston's girlfriend. The video you're watching shows a domestic dispute that took place between Bankston and Warren outside of Bankston's home. According to reports, the couple were cooking ribs and drinking alcohol when a verbal altercation took place. As their argument escalated, Bankston asked Warren to leave his house. Warren said she was not leaving until she got some ribs and tried to lift the lid on the grill. Bankston told Warren she was not having any ribs and tried to stop her from opening the lid, and that's when a scuffle ensued. After the scuffle, Warren picked up her cell phone from the ground and called 911.
Bankston County 911, what is the address of your emergency?
291 Park Road.
291 Tharp Road?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what's going on there, ma'am?
Domestic.
Okay. Does anybody have any weapons?
No.
All right, has it been physical or verbal?
Physical.
Okay, does anybody need an ambulance?
No.
Has anybody been drinking or doing any drugs?
Yes, we've both been drinking.
Okay. All right. Any small children there?
Do what, babe?
Any children there?
No. He's a deputy with the sheriff's department.
What's his
called? Bald. Kent Bankston.
What's his name?
Colin. Kent Bankston.
Spell the first name.
Kent.
K-E-N-T.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Let's see.
I'm
gonna
yeah,
get.
there was a mark there.
Can
It
you
was
step out here? That wouldn't get everybody separated.
Came back,
I guess we'll go over here.
yeah,
So I can find out what's going on. Are you okay? You okay?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm all right.
All right. So what's going on today?
All right, so we've been back there cooking. Of course,
Yes.
she's been drinking. I'd had a couple of drinks,
Yes, sir.
but she's had a lot more than I have.
Notice how Bankston, who's a police officer, told the deputy that Warren has had much more to drink than he has. Warren lives over 3 miles away. It's unclear how he expected her to get home after serving her so much alcohol.
So anyway, we're back there cooking. Something came up about, she had told me about some guy 3 or 4 years ago that had kissed her. And I said, you never told me that. And she said, yes, I did. And I said, no, you didn't. You never told me that. Anyway, she just, after that, she gradually got more angry and more angry. She had stuff back here in the freezer because she's going home. She was going to go home after we ate. Okay. So she got her stuff to go ahead and go home. So I came inside and I asked her, was she fixing to leave? And she said no. And I said, you need to go on and leave. I want you to go ahead and leave and go home now. She said, I'm not leaving until I get the ribs. So I had gone back outside. And I told her, I said, I want you to leave. I don't want you here anymore.
Okay.
And she said, I'm not leaving until I get those ribs. I said, you're not having any ribs.
Okay.
I want you to go. She grabbed the grill and about turned it over. I held the grill up. Well, as she was doing that, she went to waylaying me in the back of the head with her fist. So I pushed her down and told her to stop and just go.
Okay.
She got back up, and that's when she hit me in the face, scratched my face.
Okay.
And then that's when she called 911.
Okay.
And I after she scratched my face, I pushed her back down again.
Okay.
On the ground, and she got a scratch on her arm.
Okay. And what did she hit you in the back of your head?
All back here, she was hitting me with her fist.
Oh, she was punching. Yeah. Okay. All right. And are you cut anywhere else?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right.
Nothing
so
else.
The left side of the face. Okay. All right.
All right.
Be open. Go over here.
Okay.
All right. Is she okay?
But it wasn't there before. It wasn't there before he went.
Yes,
Okay. He got any cameras in the backyard?
He does. He does.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's find out where the camera's at.
Okay. Are you not operating now?
He's got them on. I know where they are. I can show you where they are.
Okay.
We're hoping to see good.
So.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, before we do that, what?
He's got them on his phone.
Okay.
Like,
what happened?
Hear the story again?
Yeah. What happened? So.
Well, we were out here. We've been drinking.
Okay.
We have both been drinking.
Yes, ma'am.
And he mentioned this Jason Cranford guy. I didn't tell you this, but he mentioned this Jason Cranford guy and how Jason is doing this thing against about oh my God, what was the young boy's name that was murdered like 30 years ago? He was a Malk, Chucky Malk.
Okay.
Jason and 2 or 3 other people are doing this thing where they want to give $100,000.
Okay.
And so he was just telling me how John, his boss, John.
Oh, Holland.
Yeah, John Holland.
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't want to do it because you get all this crap. You get all these people, whatever. So we were talking about that, and I said, oh my God, Jason is the one that tried to kiss me. Like, I bought a Tahoe from him back when I was first seeing Kent, back 5.5 years ago. And yes, I was still married then.
Okay.
So I said, and he said, you never told me that. And I said, yes, I did, because I had you come there with me when I went to pick up the Tahoe.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I didn't want to go by myself. And so he says he didn't. I said he did. And so we were arguing about that.
Okay.
And then I came inside, and he came inside, and we were arguing, and we came back outside, and then he told me to leave. And I said, I'm going to get some ribs first, because we've been cooking ribs all day. So I went to grab him from the grill, and he said, "No, you're not."
Okay.
And he grabs my arm and throws me down, but holds the grill because I have a hold of the grill, bringing it down, and he holds the grill while I fall down. And so I let go of the grill, and I hit him, and I did make a mark, but I did not make
Which side of his face
marks.
you remember?
His right.
On the right side?
Face. I did not make those 3. I did make a mark, but
Yes,
I
ma'am.
did not make those 3 marks.
Okay.
I mean, if I did, I honest to God don't.
Okay.
They weren't. I did not see that when we were inside together, when I was on the phone with 911.
Okay.
And I did make a mark over here too, a little mark on the
Okay.
left side.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we were arguing, and so I ended up getting up, and he throws me down again, and I got back up, and then I came in, I grabbed my phone and called 911. We came inside, and he said, "You're going to get me fired." And then he went in his bathroom, and unless I'm absolutely crazy, he came back out with those 3 marks on his face.
Okay.
And I never saw the 3. I did see the 1 mark with blood.
Okay. But
And so then we separated until y'all got here.
Okay. Is that the only injury you
Yeah,
have
that's
on
the
you?
only injury I have.
Okay. Now, did he hit you in the face? or
No, he didn't hit
nothing
me
like
in the
that?
face. I was hitting him. I know I hit him in the back of the head
Yes, ma'am.
when I was getting up. I know I hit him, punched him in the back of the head.
But you said he hit you first while you was in the process
when
of
I
grabbing.
was getting the ribs, he ran over there and grabbed it and pushed me down. Like, he didn't hit me.
That's when you got that?
He pushed me down. That was either, I think it was the second time he pushed me down that I got this.
Okay.
The first time I don't think I got any injuries. But I think it was the second time he pushed me down.
Okay. All right. Give me just a second.
Okay, sure.
After a thorough investigation, responding deputies determined that due to the fact that Bankston and Warren had no children together, were not married, and did not live together, this incident would not fall under the Georgia Family Violence Act, where at least 1 arrest would have most likely been mandatory. Instead, it was determined to be mutual combat, and since both parties refused to prosecute, no arrests were made. However, due to Bankston's employment with the Houston County Sheriff's Office, an internal investigation was started. During this investigation, it was discovered that while Warren was on the phone with 911, Bankston had gone into one of his bathrooms and artificially enhanced the wounds on his face to make them look worse than they actually were. Bankston was asked about this many times during the investigation and denied it each time. However, when asked if he would take a lie detector test, he finally confessed. This was outlined in great detail in a letter that was written from the IA investigator to the sheriff of the Houston County Sheriff's Office. The investigator noted that Bankston was asked about this several times and denied it each time until he was asked to take the polygraph. Upon conclusion of the investigation, it was recommended that Lieutenant Bankston be dismissed from the Houston County Sheriff's Office. However, he was allowed to retire instead. It's not written anywhere, but I'm sure the Houston County Sheriff's Office was worried that Lieutenant Bankston could never come into contact with evidence again, nor could he take the stand and be a credible witness. It definitely makes you wonder if this was the only time Lieutenant Bankston ever tampered with evidence. No charges were ever filed against Bankston or Warren, which begs the question, had this been anybody else, would it have had the same outcome?